very often when people say the Crusades, they think they're talking about evil Christian knights who went out and killed innocent Muslims. What they don't realize is that the Crusades were a reaction to the Muslim Crusades. They know nothing about history. Everything is backwards. Everything is upside down. And it was only when the European knights stood up to Islamic murderers who were invading Europe and stopped them at the Battle of Poitiers that the Muslims would turn back. Otherwise, the entire Europe would have been Muslim. But today, the Muslim invaders don't need warfare in order to conquer Europe. They just need tolerance and liberalism.
Well, I'm glad you went back. Let me go back. When let's go back to Muhammad. When he started his religion, he was very kind with Christians and Jews, but he was married to a rich woman, and he was a caravan like type person that traveled around and sold and bought goods. So he interacted with lots of different races and people in the Middle East, including Christians and Jews. And a lot of his talks with them, he said, "Hey, after I discovered religions, they're like us. We're very close." And you see a lot of like that type of language in the Quran and the Hadith, which is another book about his different travelings. But then, when he wanted Islam to be more control, and it was rejected, his thoughts were rejected by first Christians, then his language changed to different things like you'll see in Surah 4:8, where it says, in 4:8 it says, "Have no unbelieving friends and kill unbelievers wherever you find them."
And yet, having said all of that, it is a prophetic religion, and it has a great appeal to over 1 billion people on the earth, not all of whom are steeped in the violence you are talking about. That's reality, though. I'm not making it just to sound PC. Because if what I was just saying was not true, the whole world right now would be at war, and it's not at war right now. It's a very small number of the fanatics who are inflicting this poison upon the earth.
Well, there's different approaches for different countries. In America, unfortunately, back in the 50s and 60s, during the if you want to call it the revolution of African Americans, and I'm an African American myself, they were looking for ways to get some type of peace, and they weren't getting it from the government. So the Muslim approach to them was hey, the Christianity is for the white man. You need to become a radical Muslim and different things. So there's different.
That's always impressed me in many ways, that a black person would embrace Islam in America when it was Arab slave traders who sold their ancestors into slavery. I mean, that's the part that I just cannot understand how that gets lost in translation during the proselytizing, especially in the prisons.
If you don't know your history, and if you're ignorant to history, you can be told.
Right, when I hear of black men taking on Arabic names as though they've in somehow found the Holy Grail, without even understanding that it was Arab slave traders who rounded up the black African and put him into slave chains, I don't understand how they don't understand this.
One word: ignorance, Dr. Savage.
Well, thank God there are men like you out there.